Hello and welcome to Farming Simulator 2015 with me, Kevin Sawyer. Now, if you're a regular fan to my series and been watching my series from pretty much the first episode of Volksholm and even the mod showcase of it, you'll notice something's not right. And you'll be right, there is definitely something not right. This is Volksholm 2.1 version. Now, it's something which I want you guys to think about. I'm happy either way, but obviously what I'm going to explain to you as I'm going to drive round with the problems with obviously doing what I'm going to propose to you, and what the pros and the cons of doing that is. And also as I'm going around, I'll show you the differences in the maps. There's only a few little differences, not a great deal, but there are a few little differences in it. I haven't really explored the map to its entirety, so I couldn't tell you there's any other differences other than what I've just noticed on a quick glance around the map. But I'll show you what the differences are, and then I'll ask you the question towards the end, or if I get a bit of time between place to place, I'll ask you the question. But basically here it's all still the same. You still got your potatoes, your sugar beet, and your wood chips here. Over here they've slightly changed the cow field, so it's now smaller. The milk station's still here, as you can see, but they've changed the position of the seed master. As you can see, it's now behind me. It used to be over with the other silos on my previous map, if you probably remember, or as you probably know. Over here they've slightly changed the cow shed in a way, so now you've got your liquid manure over here, and the solid manure here. And here again, this is new look cow barn again, because I haven't played it. This is brand new normal settings. It might be different if you have it on easier or harder settings, but it's slightly different inside the actual barn itself. And on the outside of it you've got this weird sort of machine, and again I don't know what it does. I've got a funny feeling it's something to do with the mixed ration aspect of it. Maybe you can make mixed rations straight from the get-go, but don't quote me on that. Again, I'd have to play around with it and see what the situation with it is. It might be part of the pig fattening mod, or whatever, or pig feed mod. Over here is a bale shredder. Now you can get placeable versions of this. I haven't actually got one, so I couldn't give you a link to where they are, but it's something I thought about getting at one point, but I never just got around to doing it, because I think you have to use GE for, I'm not sure 100% if it's placeable or if you have to use GE for it. You'd have to look. Again, I'm not 100% sure on that mod. You've still got the Maru mixing station over here, so that's still in the game, as is the original silos from 1.8. They're still over here as well. So you've still got the straw, you've still got the grass, you've got the silage, you've got the mixed rations, chaff, and the compost. And behind, pretty much, they just got rid of where the seed master was next to that, and the sugar beet, beet master, as I should say. They've moved it. I'll show you where they've moved it to. It's not lagging out at the moment because I've got no equipment on this, so you're thinking, well, it's more stable, Kev. That's not the case. I'm pretty sure as soon as I added more vehicles to it, it started lagging out straight away. But over here is where your silage pit is, so that's where obviously you can put your chaff into silage. Here is where you put your, now I've got to remember what they actually call them. Let me just have a look. I think they call them sugar beet or beet pulp. Oh yes, beet pulp. Yeah, just remember beet pulp. So that's where you put your beet pulp in there, I believe. I'm not 100% sure, but looking at the conveyor belt, if I jump out, you can see it looks like beet pulp in there. Again, don't quote me on it. You know, I've not played this map long enough to actually warrant playing about with it. Over here is the beet master. This is where they've moved it to. As you notice, they've also got rid of this liquid manure silage or liquid manure pit, so that's gone. They put that in its place. I'll quickly show you down again from the other parts of the map. They may or may not have done changed the well aspect. I know they took it out at 1.8. They might have brought it back into 2.1, but again, don't quote me on that. I'd have to go around looking for the coins to see if it works. I found it out the hard way on the old map, and I thought, oh, that'll give me some extra grain to start off with the map, but it didn't. The well had been gone, taken away, and so you couldn't cheat in a way, which is good for me because I don't like cheating. But the chicken fattening station's still over there, still in the same place, as is the composter and the sawmill and the other larger sawmill. Again, I haven't looked over them to the larger sawmill and see if there's made any difference. I know they may have even integrated. You'd have to look at the mod description notes, and they may have integrated the Two Rivers sawmill over there. So there might be a difference in that aspect, but you've got the little Maru's still placeable sawmill over there, as well as the composter, like I said. The circus is pretty much still in the same place as it was, as is like some of the the sale points. They're all pretty much in the same place as it was. There's no real major changes there. The biogas plant, the large biogas plant, still over here. So if that's something you want to go into still, then you can go into that. Obviously, if it's something you're thinking about upgrading yourself, if you're not sure about doing it or not, if you've popped in and you're thinking how I might upgrade to 2.1, one thing I will say to you is, once you do that, you can't move your stuff from 1.8 version to 2.4. The grain side of it are all, you have to pretty much start afresh, so bear that in mind. If you want to do that, you're going to have to start your game all again. You can move your money over, that's not an issue. If you've got the mod to transfer an external account mod, then again you can just sell everything off on your map and move everything over. That's something you all need to bear in mind if you think about doing it for yourself. But basically, on my map, my 1.8 version, up here I've got my Ross and Fowler greenhouses and everything, and my fertiliser and my ore factory. In this, again, I don't know if you need to bring the mod into it. I don't think so, because that mod of that bale shredding station's there, but don't quote me on it. But the only difference between my placeable version and this version, it has that little stacking system, so as it stacks them out, it moves them out on the conveyors, and it tells you when it's full, so you just can come up and collect a load at the same time. That's the only difference between that and that version. Now over here, again, I don't know if it's because this is because I haven't saved the game and I've played about with it or not. I just thought I'd show you guys the difference first, and then ask you the question about it in a bit. But over here is obviously some sort of weird, and I'm sure I've seen it on Mod House, there's a placeable straw hut. You can put your liquid manure in there, solid manure in there. But for me at the moment, when I walked into that, it just glitched into the dung heap. Now again, like I say, I don't know if it's because I need to save it, come out and reload the game. It might readjust itself to the settings. But there's one extra thing which I'm going to go and show you now. The fattened cows and that, they've slightly changed the layout over there as well. So over here you've still got pretty much the cows and the sheep barns are still in the same place. So the sheep I think the second barn in, I'd have to have a quick look. That's the cows, so that's sheep in the barn over there. However, obviously they've integrated the pig forage aspect into this game, so you can make your own pig forage and feed your own pigs up that way, and your other animals. So here's obviously, let me jump out, is the pig forage trough. So over here is obviously washed potato. I think one of them's going to be washed potatoes, one's going to be probably just regular potatoes. Again, I'd have to look at the descriptions. And that looks like pig forages, this one here. So they look like the washed potatoes. It might even be washed potatoes, and perhaps another place. Looking at it, it looks like washed potatoes again. So it could be washed and steamed potatoes. So it's probably steamed and washed potatoes are sitting there, I guess. Again, you'd have to play around if you really wanted to, but I think that's where the steamed washed potatoes go, and that's where you'd put your end result, which would be the pig forage. Sorry. And here they've added the whole facility for doing that. You can get placeable versions of them. I've got them myself from the Maru site. This is the potato washing machine. You add water and diesel to it, and then potatoes to it, and it washes them up and it throws them into pallets. Over here is where you steam your potatoes. So you steam them over here. Again, once they're steamed, they come out in a bucket here, and then you scoop them up and put them into your silos if you want to. And over here is the forage master. Now again, all three of them are placeable. You can put placeable versions of them and add them to your own map if your map can take it. Obviously you'd have to download your own version of this silo over here. And these ones are all placeable. Don't know about the silo, but these ones definitely are here placeable. I've got them on my mods. But anyway, I'll jump back into this tractor and I'll ask you the question. I'll go back to the main farm and I'll ask you the question once we get back to the main farm. So that pretty much concludes the tour of the map. I know it's not the full in-depth tour, but it's the most important parts of the map you're really going to need to know. You can also like find out other bits and pieces later on. But one thing I'm going to ask you guys, for you guys that have been regular viewers to my channel, now I'm happy to do like I said to you a minute ago, is sell everything off in my game and then just move all the cash over to this game here, or this map here. Obviously we're going to have to start afresh with the game though, so I'd have to start again with the cows, start again with everything else, and start again with the Ross greenhouses and everything else. If that's something you guys want me to do, I'm more than happy to do that for you. Obviously you're going to have to bear with me, and I'm going to have to go through all the other aspects of it again, and it's pretty much starting a fresh game. If you want me to just continue on 1.8, again, I'm happy to do that for you. Again, either way, I'm happy doing it either way. It's just one thing you guys are going to need to bear in mind, that obviously this is like I said, less laggy at the moment, but as I add more of my mods back into it, and do it to the way I want to do it, it's going to start lagging up again, especially my old graphics card, until I get that situation resolved. It was always going to happen. So, but it's something I need you guys to think about. Obviously, I won't do anything as yet. I'll continue until you guys let me know on the 1.8. I've got the 2.1 now on here as a separate thing, but that's the things that you guys are going to need to be aware of, and obviously decide amongst yourselves, and obviously comment on my on this particular page here for me, and then basically from what your comments are, whether you want me to go for the move or not stay where I am, I'll just do what you guys want me to do. As I say, I'm happy either way. It just means more extra hours of gameplay, and if you guys are willing to sort of like watch me go through the process of going through it all over again, then yes, I'm happy to do that. But obviously if you guys don't want to go through that process and watching all my videos watching from the start to pretty much from a start a fresh aspect, then obviously it's waste of both our times for me to upload them to you, if you're not going to watch them, and it'd be a waste of your time even just watching them. If you don't want to watch them, then you're not going to watch them, and I'd rather keep you guys happy. So again, please, like I say, let me know. Either way, I'm happy. If you're new to the channel again and you like this video, and have a look at my other videos as well, just to play a bit of a catch up, see what the situation is before going on any further, because obviously you might be watching this at a later date where obviously the decision has been made, so obviously if you see later videos of me doing whatever, you know what the situation is ahead of time. But I thought I'd show you both aspects of it anyway. So again, if you're new to the channel, thank you for taking time watching, and if you've liked it, please like and subscribe to my channel. You'll see more videos of Farming Simulator and other games as and when I get up to uploading them. It's something I try and do on at least once a week basis anyway. But thank you for taking the time. Ta-ta for now.